I got broads in Atlanta, just to be in the family. Credit cards in the
Hello guys, Better Cheap 17 here and welcome to predicting the women's Euros. I just watch it for the, the bangers. Tomorrow the women's Euros starts. Anyway, today I'm going to be predicting Group A, B and C's first games, covering Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. I should talk about the scoring of this. I mentioned it way back and I was on about a prediction series that I'm going to do for Premier League, Championship, League 1 and League 2 season. And how it works is if I get a full prediction right, I get 10 points. If I get the right team that wins the game, I get 5 points. And if I get the right amount of goals that one team scores, that's 5 points. This year it takes place in Holland or the Netherlands. Our first game is Holland versus Norway. Holland's the host of the tournament. They have a lot of weight on their shoulders and I don't like seeing the hosts lose. When the World Cup was in Brazil for the men's, I didn't like the hosts losing, especially not in Germany. Wankers. They're up against a side that have won it twice before. They won it in 93 and 87, I think, the women's Norway. So Holland, the hosts that have never won the competition before, up against a team that have won it twice. I am drawn one way, but I think it's still going to be a tight game. I still think they're equally matched as teams, so I'm going to go Holland 1, Norway 2. Now, Denmark and Belgium. I haven't really put any research into both these teams. And both these teams aren't on FIFA, so it's kind of hard to look up research for both these teams. So that's why I have to go for a dull 1-1. Their Group A's first matches, Holland and Norway, Denmark versus Belgium. Now moving on to Group B that takes place on Monday night. The first game is Italy versus Russia. Again, not a lot of research into the teams. Out of these two teams, Italy are on FIFA, so I could do a little bit of research around them, but not Russia because they aren't. But looking at Italy's stats, they're not the best. They haven't got world-class players, not like United States, because they've just got incredible players. But they're not in the Euros, so mind swipe them. Yeah, again, it's hard to choose, but I'm going to go 2-0 Italy. Don't know why, just that I could do research about them and I know nothing about Russia. So it's hard to go against what research you have, if you know what I mean. Second game in Group B features the other two teams in Group B. Germany, the holders of the competition, and that have won it 7 times, I think. No, 6 times, 7 times, including West Germany, versus Sweden, who have won it once back in 84. This one is going to be an interesting contest, see who can come out the best. But Sweden aren't on FIFA. This is where I get all my research for a minute. I should stop. I should actually stop.
Stop it. Get some help.
Knowing that they won it back in the day, have they got worse down the years? Have they got better down the years? I don't know. But because Germany are the holders, I have to go with them. So I'm gonna go brutal in this one, and I'm gonna go Germany 4, Sweden 1. Now the last 2 games of predictions for today comes in Group C. Austria versus Switzerland and France versus Ireland. We start off with Austria versus Switzerland. Again, not a lot of research into this. I only do research on the ones that have won it before. The holders, the hosts, I only but I really should do like research on others as well. Don't know who's the better, but I don't want to go for another draw, although that I've only done one draw. I think Austria might scrape a 2-1 victory. Austria 2, Switzerland 1 is my prediction for the first game in Group C. Now, the last prediction of today's episode. Make sure to join me on Tuesday for Group D's predictions that take place on Wednesday. France and Ireland. France had a very good attack. Don't know any research about Ireland, so that's why I have to back France, the French women, not French men, French women, and go 3-0 France. So that is it for predictions today. Let me just run through what I've got. Group A on Sunday is Holland and Norway. I've gone 2-1 Norway. Denmark and Belgium, I've gone 1-1. Group B that takes place on Monday is Italy versus Russia, where I've gone 2-0 Italy. And Germany versus Sweden, where I've gone 4-1 to the hosts, Germany. Group C takes place on Tuesday, Austria versus Switzerland, where I've gone a 2-1 win to Austria, and France versus Ireland, where I've gone 3-0 France. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to comment your predictions down in the comment section below, and remember, keep watching your screen. Keep watching. Better Cheetah 17.